Kurt Cobain had been lying dead inside his own greenhouse for 3 full days before anyone found him. On April 5, 1994, the most famous rock musician alive died alone in a room above his garage in Seattle, and the world did not know for another 3 days. By 1994, Cobain had single-handedly changed popular music forever. Nirvana's Nevermind had sold 10 million copies and buried an entire era of rock overnight. But behind the stage, Cobain was fighting chronic stomach pain, a heroin addiction that had nearly killed him, and a fame he had never wanted and could not survive. In March 1994, Cobain overdosed in Rome in what his wife initially called an accident, then escaped from a Los Angeles rehab center by climbing over a wall and flew back to Seattle. His family was so alarmed they hired a private investigator named Tom Grant to find him before something went wrong. On April 5, 1994, Cobain was alone in the greenhouse studio above the garage of his Lake Washington home. He had written a note addressed to his childhood imaginary friend, taken a lethal dose of heroin, and died with a shotgun. 3 days later, on April 8, an electrician arrived to install a security system and found the body. MTV interrupted its programming when news broke. Fans gathered in cities across the world. In Seattle, Courtney Love held a public vigil and read portions of the note aloud to the crowd, telling thousands of weeping fans to shout "asshole" and then "I love you." It remains one of the most raw public grief moments in music history. Tom Grant, the private detective hired by Cobain's own family, never accepted the official verdict and has spent 30 years publicly questioning whether the investigation was properly done. And the note Kurt left behind was not addressed to his wife, his daughter, or his fans. It opened with the words, "Dear Bada," the name of an imaginary friend he had first invented when he was 5 years old.